Okay. So we're back with another episode of Love Conquers All podcast. Of course, you know it's me, as always, your host. And then you have the beautiful Shatiria.
Hey, y'all.
I'm going to let our guests introduce themselves, social media, anything that you want to get out there business-wise. And, we'll go from there.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jasmine.
And you gonna tell your Instagram number?
Oh, I guess Instagram is _@ Miss Accomplished.
How old are you?
I am 31, but I'll be 32 this year in a few months.
I know it sounds like you about to lie to us.
I know. Look, I was about to say 32, and then I was like, no, Jasmine, you're actually 31.
Like not
Don't do her like that.
Not
Don't do
your
her like
not
that.
your date age, like when you about to date somebody. Like,
I know. I always told the
gave us
truth.
the one night stand. He'll never know. We'll never get to know each other.
I thought it was.
Okay, then.
My name is Sean, but I go by Junior. My Instagram is just _Junior_. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Underscore. We'll put it under his body when we show it in video form. But so the topic for today is what's the right age to get married? And we got a lot of people that say 25. Got some people that say 35, 45. I know somebody who's dating for like 30 years, and he said, I think it's about time, baby,
That's a negative.
that we go ahead and pop the question.
That's a
Hey,
negative.
man, it happens. It happens.
No, you're right. It does. It does.
That's too long.
I just saw a pastor and his now fiance. My dad was telling me that they dated for like almost 40 years. And he just proposed to her this year, like a month ago.
Wow.
Yeah. He was on that show, Preachers of LA or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, but you never got to understand why he proposed to her
No.
at this particular time.
Right.
I mean,
I think that's craziness, but some women and men, they're comfortable with what.
It's someone in the audience saying, whenever you feel the time is right. What do y'all think about that?
I feel like that shit it's too
So
cliche.
it is. No, I agree. I think that is a little cliche. Now I get it and I understand why they said that, but also like marriage, a lot of factors go into that. Some people marry for love, some people marry for stability. Some people, they'll say, "Oh, I can marry this person because they have this, and that. Love will come later." I don't necessarily agree with that, but there are people who
Think like
do.
that.
Right, exactly.
But the thing is that I kind of agree,
Mm-hmm.
It is when the time is right. When you see if that person have the things that you want,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, okay. And then see if they can stand on something that you're looking for.
There's two
Right.
sides of that.
What do you mean?
Because you could be ready and the other person can't be ready.
Exactly. You're right.
Agreed.
But that's a conversation you should have before you start figuring out the time is right. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
But how long? You feel me? Like, as in, you might be ready now, but that person might not be ready until like 3 years from now. How long are you willing to stay with
Yeah,
that
he's
person?
saying, are
He's
you
speaking
the
from
lay
experience.
Oh, God.
He's speaking from experience.
Are you saying to be waiting around? Like, is there a cap?
Yes.
Like, okay,
It's a time limit. Some females have
Some
time
women
limits.
do have
Some
time
males have
limits.
time limits, but
I won't want my daughter, and I think I look at it like this. I try to look and say, I can't use myself because I'm going to always be a little easier with myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I would want my daughter to not be in a relationship with a guy longer than, I say, about 3 years.
Okay.
I think in 3 years you should know what you
Exactly.
know what you're
Agreed.
dealing
I think
with.
men know before then.
Until he part the question, because then I'm gonna start asking the question like, so
What's your intention?
I'm
right?
now I'm like, yeah, so when are y'all going?
but
on?
what age limit is that though?
So the age, it don't really matter age.
I feel like it does.
I think that the age of the male may matter, but the age of because I breed my daughters to look for marriage. It ain't like they just trying to figure it out. So they already know. Well, I'm like, it's certain things that I'm gonna have you marriage ready when you leave out of here, right?
Okay.
So you may still have some like some things you may have to grow on yourself. But as far as being in a household with a male taking care, these are roles, this or that. So no matter the moment they leave out, they marriage ready. Now, the man,
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that.
the man that maybe trying to marry them, I'm gonna do I'm do my research on them, and just to make sure that they've met certain milestones.
Well, but right now, I think you're going to the terms of like as a father. I think what we're looking at more of right now is like, when is it right?
Her dude shouldn't be,
because you can give your child the best advice. They're gonna do what they want.
True.
You could tell them which way to go. You could take them to the water. Don't mean they're gonna drink it.
Right.
So he's saying, as in a father, I'm saying that like, when is it right?
He should be, to me, if she's 18, he should be at least like 30.
You want your 18-year-old to marry a 30-year-old?
Yes, marry, yes.
Or are you saying mentally?
Like, okay, so what I mean by 30 is, a dude that's 30 is going to be more mentally compatible with like the way I taught her. Okay, somebody that's 22, 23,
agree,
he may not be compatible,
right?
As I would like him. Like, he hasn't figured out his what's it called? His he don't even know what he want to do.
I agree with that.
There's certain milestones that you should have,
But do you think your daughter at 18 would have figured out what exactly she wants to do at 18?
Because when he's 30, he trying to make babies, really.
Right.
Shawty ain't live her life.
And that's when she should be popping them. To me.
But
get them out the way.
What lifestyle
you think she should be popping them at 18?
If she's married, yeah.
Yeah, I agree if she's married, but 18, you're freshly coming out of college.
Okay.
I'm being extreme a little bit, right? But I'm just saying, we're talking about marriage, right?
Okay.
If you're talking about dating, I don't want you being nobody's baby mama.
Agreed.
So you get what I'm saying. But if your husband is saying, "Hey, I would like to go ahead and have a child early because I want to be able to," if he's 30, let's say he's 27, and I want to be able to go to the park with them, and I want to be there to help them with football and all that stuff. If this is the dude that you're gonna be with, like, this is your husband. This is not no jump off. You can't see what I'm saying. I think the ages is
the age difference kind of killing me.
That mean he dating her before she's 18.
No. I'm not saying that.
He's just giving a hypothetical.
Y'all going to
That's what I say. He's giving a hypothetical question, like a hypothetical scenario.
I'm just giving you like I'm just giving you like. Okay, of course they're not gonna be with them. You get what I'm saying? Like, nah, this is not a setup. Not like that.
Okay, in your terms of what you're, how you're explaining to us hypothetically, I agree with you. I think, for us, we was just like 18 and 30, like that. But
because he already kind of expressed to y'all why he say that.
Yeah.
Because he's vetting them to be wives.
Right.
It's not like he's saying, see, you really don't want your child to experience a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fact that of a woman, whenever a man is dealing with us or they're inserting in a woman, it messes with their brain. That's why, like in other countries, you can't have sex with a woman unless y'all are married.
Right.
Because it has been proven that whenever you lay your stuff, the woman takes on a piece of that man's, DNA. So you do want to vet your children to be a wife.
Right.
You don't want to vet them to say, go and express yourself.
Right. Yeah. Agreed. I agree with that.
Because I don't want her to be mentally messed up when she do find her husband.
Right.
I want her to understand. Because, see, you could say, hey, save your innocence. But they don't understand that.
Right.
But if you already vetting them to be a wife, when it's that time, they're going to know when they make the decision, that's the decision they want to make.
But is it, and this may be going a little, off topic, is it okay to, I say how a parent raises their child, that is, their choice, their dynamics, and that's, how they want to do things. But is it still okay to, you know, be that parent that be like, okay, you're going to sit down and have a talk with your child. Tell them about, you know, your experiences and why you don't necessarily want them to, you know, make the same choices that you made. Like, can you look at that as still saying, okay, I'm, you know, being transparent with my child. I'm not telling them no just to not do this, but I'm being transparent with them and hoping that they, you know, make the decision
that's absolutely right, you know. Like I'm saying, what we're saying right now is only what we would want.
Okay.
You know, because we can't force anything off on them. So this is only what we would want. What we're saying is that's what we're raising them to be. You know, it's not saying that, hey, you have to do this or else you're cut off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So no, it's just saying that this is what we would want for you because we know the damage and you not doing this.
It. Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
I feel like I want them to experience, because that first person might be 30 like you said, but he can still do damage. You feel me? So I'd rather her or him get some experience.
What's experience though?
Still say that, you know, still.
No, real quick.
You know good well that ain't going down.
That's what I'm saying. Also, hold on one second. What
guys,
damage?
Okay, so
hold on. What damage are you saying he could do?
Like
some 30-year-olds not ready.
Not ready. They can still be a player.
Any 30-year-old that's marrying your daughter is ready. No man, come on, you're a man. No man gets married to play around. Nobody does that. You know,
I can 30-year-old agree with that. Yeah, if they're
what 30-year-old you know is about to say, I'm just about to get married for fun. Like, no.
Oh, it's too late.
He's serious. He is serious. He wants to be married.
Or what if, because you all have raised your daughters, you know, letting them know this is what you need to be in order to be a wife. What if because you have raised your daughters and taught them this, you know, they're not going to accept anything, of course, because this is what their parents have taught them. Right. But you may have a guy who may be of that age. They may really like your daughter. And to some extent, they'll be like, I just know some 30-year-olds, they'll play, but because they don't want to lose that woman.
What do you mean, like they'll manipulate?
No, not manipulate, but like still want to kind of like play the field, but not really manipulate.
But I don't consider that being a bad man. I mean,
I'm not saying bad man,
or I'm saying I don't feel like that's gonna mess her up because I'm gonna teach her that a man is gonna do what a man's gonna do, and don't define yourself by what he does.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, it's like whatever man they get with, they're gonna be smart enough to understand if he's serious or not.
Okay.
Because that's the parents that we are.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you definitely got to, you know, kind of stand your ground on things, but they're going to make their own decisions.
I'm going to say something to what Sean was saying, right? So, and I get what he was saying because he was like, okay, what about the son?
That was going to be my question too. Yeah. Thank you, baby.
Yeah, he was already there. He was just waiting for us to
get to, right.
All right, so, all right, of course, the flip side to that is I would tell him to wait 27, 30. But this is the flip side to it though, right? Only because there are certain milestones that he hit. Car, you know, these are normal things now. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not hard. Remember when you first got out of school, you like, okay, a car was like a big thing. You know, you used to like talk about people.
I'm telling you.
Remember you used to talk about people like, you ain't rolling. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like a thing. Like, you know, so-and-so said this about you. Why would I listen to somebody who don't have a car?
Like the dudes that had the cars at school, you be like, oh, that dude right there, he got his stuff. Oh man,
when I was like, yo, high school, I'm like, yo, these dudes coming up with cars and stuff. You know, I can't let it go out. You know, so the moment I get a chance, I gotta go get a car. Now I just upped my chances of landing the chick, right? All right, so my thing is that and it still goes on. Uh-huh. So by the time you're 30, you got a real good chance of landing a quality girl. 27, 30, because you already know exactly where you're going in life. Uh-huh. You've got the tools, and now you can land. So now it's kind of like the conversation we were having prior. Like now you got it in your hands to say, I want this type of female, and you can actually vet it. So then if he run into my daughters, which are coming out of high school and or are they going to college, and he's on course with that, and they able to be a wife to him, and that's what he's at. I don't care about what he had going on before. You need to get that in your system, young man. Get that out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because at least you now you thinking about it. It's not like she's coming to you saying, "Hey, I need to do this. Come on, you'll do this." You're not being forced into it. If you're talking that language, you ready.
So how you feel when a man say, "I'm gonna wait till I'm 30 to figure out what I want to do. Or I'm gonna get myself till I'm 30. My 30 is the point I should know what to do." How you feel about it?
I don't think it's a problem. I sometimes tell Shatera like, hey, I sometimes wish I would have waited until, and that's why this is the topic. I sometimes wish I would have waited, just because it's gonna sound selfish, yo. It's gonna sound selfish, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Just say it. Just say it.
I'm about to say, just say it. I want to know what you're gonna say.
I mean, you know what it is? I say it to her all the time, but I think now I'm starting to see like I'm kind of an asshole.
He is.
So,
well, what do you say?
Hold on. He's an asshole.
Let me look. I want to know, what do you say?
I say it normally all the time, like cold cutthroat. We in the mirror. When we inside that mirror, but it's easy to say you inside like a you know, it's his or her mirror. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got jewelry laying around and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
You did not say his and her mirror.
Y'all got like stuff. You know what I'm saying? You talking and stuff. You putting on your lotion. You know what I'm saying? And
hey, look. The whole time though, she's still over here like.
I'm still waiting on what he's trying to say. Yeah, I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know if it's selfish or not.
Say it.
So yeah.
What I tell all the time is, if I was 30, I wouldn't date who I.
You want wait? What?
I wouldn't have dated the girl that I met.
He said.
I want to date the girl I met.
See, he being kind right now.
Because it's different. It's different things I'm looking for.
I'm gonna say how he said it. Yeah. Say it how he said.
He be like, yeah. See, if I was 30 and I met you when you was your age. I want to fuck with your ass. You got me fucked up.
Okay, so pause. What do you mean when you was your age, like younger than what you are now?
Yeah.
Like the girl that I met, right? Because there's a lot of red. It was a lot of red flags that I didn't see because I wasn't seasoned.
He wasn't mature.
Okay.
I feel like it's different because you know, y'all older than me, so.
We ain't that old, man. You trying to
I'm just saying.
Like we ain't got no AARP, man. What's going on,
dog? Coming from a 27-year-old, you feel me?
We went to high school together. You can't say that like your age group is still in the high school range.
Don't do
of
us
me.
like that.
Can we say our ages? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can. You can.
A young man, you feel me? A young man. All right, so
I'm still a young lady. Don't get twisted.
30 and old.
I didn't say old.
Hey, baby, you brought your cane?
Hey, be quiet. Nobody told you to tell them that.
Walker got older already. But nah, like, all right, so girls nowadays, it's different. You feel me? They not raised how they was raised back in the day.
Agreed.
So what you thinking right now is not gonna be the same girl that's right like here for us, like our age. You feel me? They don't have that maturity yet. I'm not saying we don't either.
So are you agreeing with what I said, or are you in agreement with what the way I said? Because I'm just saying, like,
there's
been a lot of work right here. You know what I'm saying?
How old were you when he met you?
I'm gonna have to stop this real quick. I'll be patting my head.
You know what?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
What were y'all ages when y'all met?
I was 17.
We was like a year and a half apart because she had just
I was 17.
18.
He was 19.
So if you were 30, you saying you want to talk to her at 29?
What do you mean?
You said if you were 30 and you met, or are you saying if you were 30 and you met her at 17?
The girl that I met.
Yeah,
right? Saying if you met you at 17.
Yeah, if he was this age and met me at 17. He wouldn't have dealt with me because he would have made a more mature decision.
I would have seen a lot of different little stuff that I'm like, you're not quite.
See, he would have said like, I really don't want to deal with that.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna say met her at 18.
But y'all, I mean, but at the same time, I feel like you can't really go off of that because y'all only a year and a half apart, and you didn't meet her when you was 30. You met her when you was 19, 20. So
I got a lot to say. That's what I'm trying to, and that's the
thing. People grow though, and they. evolve and they get more mature. So you can't really say, I'm not gonna tell you what you can't say, but in my opinion, you can't really say, oh, if I was 30, I want to talk to her then, because she's 30 now. I'm sorry. She's 30 now. You know, like
if she acted the way she's acting now, now let me say this.
Okay.
If she act the way she's acting now, when she was like, and I know that this is a big disparity. You keep on saying, no. But let me go make it extreme. But we're gonna do it extreme, right? So that way we can't even. Let's just got from 18. You know how you go on a dating site and you say what's the age range? Okay. We just go extreme, right?
Okay.
So and then so at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, even at her legal point, whenever she's able to come out into the world, okay. If she act the way she's acting right now, I would have went on her bagged her. Cause that means she's what she's at now. Okay, and she gonna grow.
But and she was 17.
She wasn't mature.
She's not gonna act 30.
Right. But this is what I'm gonna say.
What I'm saying is basically I should have waited. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. I should have waited.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I agree with him, because I feel like at that age, like, you know, the old dude that was just in here, he explained to us that she thinks even more years than her age.
Mm-hmm.
So at the time, he was still immature.
You get what I'm
I get it now.
I get it now.
My immaturity made me look past like it gave me some.
Got it.
I had headaches because I'm like,
well,
why
he's mature.
You know?
Like the mature me wouldn't date him at 19. What?
Right.
I'd be like,
How you know?
I know I would. hey, I'll fuck him. That's about it. I got bills.
She gonna hurt your feelings.
That's enough for me to go tell the guys.
Oh God.
I would be like,
guess what I do on my spare time?
Title tricks and everything.
I'm cool with that. You don't see me. Hey, I'm not mad.
But I would not. No,
I feel like you
wouldn't date him.
You would cuff her.
Got it.
I would have cuffed her.
You feel like because she on her game. You feel me? You would have.
If I was her age.
No,
and then
no, I'm talking about opposite. What she just said.
He probably would.
You would have tried to cut her
because it was
no.
If I was the mature,
if
I was mature and you was young,
you got kids.
No,
that shit matters because I can deal with your kids now. I can deal with the kids now because they mine. I got an invested interest with them.
You right. But see, you be going. You an overthinker.
You got 4 kids, 5 kids at the crib.
That's the norm, but that ain't what was happening.
But see, then she gonna try to be my mom. Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, pause.
No.
I am 31. Sean is 27. I met him when he was 25.
Okay.
Do I try to be your mama?
Hey. This is the podcast. Be real.
Hey, bro.
Be real.
It's the man in the back that need to know. Be honest. Be honest. Yeah.
Nah, she don't. For real, she don't really.
She don't.
Nah. I ain't going for that.
I don't know. It just sound like pain in your voice. It sounds like
I ain't hear pain. That was that nigga. I ain't even got to really trip about it because I ain't going for that.
I'm not. You feel me? I don't need no mama.
I ain't going for that.
You can blink once if you need help.
Blink twice if everything's okay.
Nah, like for real, I don't want no mama. I already got it. Yeah, give me something I can build with. You feel me? I don't.
But what do you mean by build with? Like
something we can come together with. Basically, like, all right, you ain't got no house, I ain't got no house, but we both got jobs that's making good money. Let's go ahead and get a place. You feel me?
And
Let's
a spouse compliments. They're not.
So so what I'm telling you is foreign when I'm like, okay, now I'm asking you this question. Nothing against you.
Okay, no, go ahead.
But let's just put you in this wonderland, right?
Okay.
Let's say you do have a spot. Okay. Your spot is actually 6,000 square feet.
Okay.
Right? You know what I'm saying? You got 5.5 bedrooms. You got let's say you got an indoor swimming pool.
Okay.
Right? That's how you living. That's how you feel. You know. And now you bring in the female. Mm-hmm. Are you trying to build like the same scenario? Your thought process would be a little different as far as are you still saying, you know what, I'm still want to build, but you already done made it. You get what I'm saying?
I want more money. As in, like, we got to keep going up.
Yeah.
If we stop, if I'm just the only person stopping, I'm just making.
But
money.
she's at her mom. But you said she didn't have, like, you just keep. I'm talking about what you just said. She don't have.
But think about it. If you got that same establishment
mentality.
Thank you. Yeah. You feel me? Would you want a girl that don't got a place? Would you want?
That's what I'm asking you.
No. We got to be on the same level.
Okay, so you want the one that you want somebody in your neighborhood.
No, I don't want nobody in my neighborhood, but close to it.
But okay, so, and this is why I said I'm not, because your personality and everything, I'm pretty sure that's one. I don't believe there's just the money with him. You know, he like money, but I don't think there's money.
It's not.
Your personality. But you get what I'm asking.
Yeah.
You would need a female. So where you met her at, if you was, because I already know this, knowing him, this is just gonna be his lifestyle anyways. So let's say like 5 years from now, this is how he living. Okay. You gonna be in the mirror too, like, you know what I was just thinking?
Back in the day.
You know what I was thinking? If I had this, or if I was where I'm at now, right? It's nothing against her. I probably wouldn't have even talked to you just because of what you just said. You want somebody a little closer. And understanding how you even
if I wasn't even near that.
If you
I get them. Some people date within their status. This
This how I look at it. This how I put it. Really, like, if something happens to me, you feel me? Like, if I die or get in a bad accident, you feel me? Who gonna take care of my kids? Somebody that don't got money. You feel me? That's like not on my level, or somebody that got money that's on my level and that can help us build and still take care of my kids at the same time.
So she got to be in the ballpark.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's.
He's saying if I wasn't that, you wouldn't have, and we got married.
You just said something like an apartment. You can't get an apartment. You know we're in the ballpark. We talking about swimming pools inside the house,
like
bro.
When
you know
I met him, I was still living with my parents when I met him.
Oh no,
had a great job.
Y'all doing y'all thing.
Graduated school, all of that. But for me, it's about being comfortable. My parents weren't those parents that was like, you got to get out when you're 18. It's just like, okay, do what you got to do. So when you do get out, you okay. So when I met him, he, correct me if I'm wrong, he's saying, if you was there already.
If I was there already.
If you was there where you wanted to be already. And then you met me.
This is your life, bro.
And you found out I lived with my parents and I didn't really have anything on my own except for my car and cell phone. Would you have even married me? Or if you married me.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
You know what's coming from?
Yeah.
It's a fair question, bro.
Yeah.
And like I said, it ain't got nothing to do with her personality. I know. You just wouldn't even put her inside the dating. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of great girls out here with personalities.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't.
And that's but you know one thing I can respect that you said. We've been doing this like the podcast for like probably this probably like our 5th episode. One thing that I always do when I'm talking is when I answer questions, I notice that you're married too. So what I notice is that when you're married, you think beyond you and her, and you said what you said was, which is a good thing. You got a good man here. He said, "When I'm gone, my kids, okay." That right there is probably like the most important thing that I sound like, oh yeah, he on point, because we worry more about. I don't want to say we worry more about the kids than the women do, but it's downplayed. Like it's not. It's we don't get that shine, that look. We get the. Oh, you baby father, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or anything, those type of things. We get that look. But guess what? He's basically saying you're a great girl, but as far as legacy go, you may not be equipped for what he's, you know what I'm saying?
At that level.
And that goes back to what I said in the beginning. Some people marry for stability and, finding all of that, and then they say love will come. Now, can I say well, for me, correct me if I'm wrong, and you can be honest. Can I say if that was us? I don't believe so. Because for me, I took a chance on Sean. I was single for 7 years before I met him. I mean, I had my, dates and whatever, but single, not in a relationship, 7 years before I met him. So for me, he was nice looking. He he was nervous when he spoke to me. So that was a cue right there for me.
He was nervous?
He was nervous. He said, "How you doing, beautiful?" But it all ran together.
Was he shaking? Or like how was it? Like was his voice trembling?
He was calm, but it was the "How you doing, beautiful." The doing and beautiful ran together. So I was like, "Oh, he nervous. It's cute." And then like later on when I talked to him and I found out his age, I was like, I don't know. But then at the same time, for me, every woman isn't like me. But for me, because I had told God I wasn't going to date another person until I heard from him, go for it. So that's what happened with me. Like, go for it. So for me, it wasn't about what he had or, I looked at.
Y'all did it just off of just, I like you. There wasn't too much thought process put into it.
I knew before him that he would be my husband. He didn't know that. I didn't tell him that because I'm not that type of woman. I'm not gonna say, "Oh, you my husband." I'm not that person. I'm gonna let him figure it out.
You just like that.
Because for me,
got it like that.
No.
I knew something I liked about you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
My father has taught me the man is the hunter. You let the man come after you. Although you may feel this type of way about a man, and it took me a long time to get that, because as women growing up, I always had my father in my life. My parents was always there for me, but still as a woman growing up, if you like somebody, for some women, you doing everything that you got to do to make them, feel like and see that you like them. But at this point, again, single for 7 years, alone, taking time for myself, it's just like, okay, Daddy told me this. Believe this. You told God you weren't going to talk to another man, like seriously, unless he told you to. And I got that confirmation. And it's just like, okay, if he wants you, he going to come get you. Like Willie George Allen Jr. Told me that always. If a man wants you, he gonna come get you.
I'm about to say, who is that? Is he a historical figure or something?
Who?
But then I thought about it. You talking about your...
I'm talking about my daddy. Yeah,
I was about to say, can somebody Google that and let's get the information on who that is.
Yeah, like my dad is that number one man.
I thought he made
in my
the crew.
life.
I thought he made the peanut butter, like him and somebody else. They work together, and maybe we just skim past that. Okay, but look, I got a question. Because I never knew this. I never knew the age difference, right? And this is important. So now, who's the head of the household?
He is, because he's the man.
Oh. The big dog.
He's the man.
I knew it was something about you I like too.
He's the man. Like, okay. It doesn't matter for me because my mother was a great role model as what a wife should be. I was raised as a Christian. I went to church every Sunday, every Wednesday or Tuesday for Bible study, So I believe in the Bible. And like Proverbs 31 is my mother. Proverbs tell you what a woman should be. And that's my mom. And so that's what I saw growing up. Yeah, my dad's anniversary is today, 33 years.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Yes, they had hard times. Me and my brother saw it too. My dad left for a period of time. But they always put God first. My mama was a praying woman. So even now, he may do stuff that I may not agree with. But guess what I do? I pray. And I let God handle it.
Girl, you said a mouthful right there. You said.
Do you believe? Okay, I got this question. So, okay. Now, this is important. I always said that, and I've told Shatira this all the time, be like, it was different dealing with girls that had a 2-parent home than a 1-parent home.
Agreed.
It just was different. Yeah. Like they had more.
Of course.
They had more. I don't know. They was just more calm. They had more
because that goes back to what I be saying all the time. When the father leaves the house, it's lack of discipline. It's lack of discipline.
I just had cartwheels at 12 o'clock at night at school night.
Listen. No. It's not. That's not what I'm saying. The mother still has some say so, but it ain't like your daddy saying, "Hey, I'm gonna whoop your ass."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's different. Your mama saying is like, "All right, it's gonna be a little tap, but I'm gonna take it."
I'm already on tap.
Mine don't either.
But look, hold on. So you got a choice. Your mama or your daddy?
I let my dad beat me.
For me, my daddy. My daddy ain't gonna beat me though, because
your mama beat you with emotions. She beat you with emotions. Like if she, I done got a whooping. Hold on. I done got a whooping, right? And I could tell she was.
My dad was like that.
I could tell she was almost done, but then she had rethought about it. She talked to herself, and she got mad. Okay, so it was like a whole nother section. We had to go again.
Well, my mama, she would beat me. And then she would come after she beat me. Now let me tell you why I whooped you. I love you, but because this and that. I know, right?
I apologize. I'm sorry.
I always get that.
I'm sorry. I didn't. It hurt me more than it hurt you.
Oh my God,
I ain't never got that. I ain't get
that. That was a lie. Yes.
My little brother got the worst. I got 6. I got 12.
I got the.
Who says that?
I got the Full House. The music. See, you shouldn't have did that. But it's gonna be all right. You all right? Let's not do that again. And I gotta sit there and I'm thinking to myself.
Look, the child look at you.
Are you doing this for yourself?
Okay, Dad. Okay.
It really hurt me more than it hurt you. Yeah. It was that line too.
That line.
Yeah.
So question. This is the thing. Now, we talk about age. Mm-hmm. So you said when it's right?
He felt like I rushed him in the beginning.
But the questions we said, yeah, I guess people were saying, okay, cliche doing this right, and it's right. For me,
can I say something though?
Yeah, mm-hmm.
You rushed him. You did.
Okay.
You're older than him. You have no choice.
Yeah, I agree with you. I did in the beginning because I also looked at all my friends were married.
Right.
I know I want to be married.
Right.
I know you're the man.
But guess what?
You know, yeah.
He wasn't ready.
Right.
He wasn't ready.
But Sean, I can also say I don't know how he was before me, but after I met him, he ain't gonna let nobody rush him.
Right.
So he told me I ain't ready.
Yeah.
You know, and that was up to me to either want to wait or move on. Now, for me, did I still have a timeline? Yes, because I believe my father. A man knows when he wants you. Now, at the same time, I agree a man needs to meet certain, deadlines in their life, to, want to do that. So I agree with that. But
you kind of went against what your dad said. Because
I waited?
No.
Oh.
Not because you waited.
Okay.
Because you rushed him. Because he told you.
Well, we was dating for a year. And for me, I am 5 years older than him. So, and I get it. If it didn't work, it was fine. I believe there's more than one person out there for a person. So for me, if he still wasn't ready after he proposed to me, like that year went by, I would have been gone because I know my worth. And I know it doesn't take a person 3 to 5 years.
But what I'm saying to you is this. I don't think your dad said leave if...
No, he didn't say that. Yeah, he didn't say that.
What I'm explaining to you is this, is that he told you that a man's going to know what he wants, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but you were trying to force what you wanted in a way. You get what I'm saying? You didn't give him a chance to really say what he wanted at the time. You said this was back then.
Right.
So what I'm explaining to you is that you may not look at it because women are the most... We are so cliche. And when I say this, we think that, and I heard somebody say this the other night. So, and I was like, dang, he's right.
Mm-hmm.
We can walk out in front of a man naked, and if he don't have sex with us, we like, he's gay. This is our mindset. Mm-hmm. He got to be gay. I show him my pussy, and he ain't.
Not for me.
But sometimes that's how we think.
Yeah, I agree. Mm-hmm.
Whoa. What happened?
You missed.
Hold on.
I just heard somebody.
Hold on. So what I'm saying is that because what you wanted, you kind of, and it's all women, we do this.
Mm-hmm.
Because what we wanted, we kind of deny the things that we already kind of heard. And that was, if he wants you, he know what he wants, but you can't force him to want it.
Right. And I mean, I agree with that. In the beginning, like we had a conversation, he told me he felt like he was being rushed.
Right.
On my side of you, and I'm be honest, I waited because I knew he was it for me. Mm-hmm. But if I didn't know that, I would have been gone. Because for me, it's like, okay, yeah, I heard what my daddy taught me and always told me growing up, and I have been through these relationships, and I know what I want and what I don't want, and I know what I'm gonna tolerate and what I'm not gonna tolerate, and I know how long I'm gonna wait. Because I know women who have been in these very long-lasting relationships with the hopes of, the marriage and, the commitment.
But everything that you're saying right now to me is saying that you knew how long you were gonna wait regardless. So it sounded like you was kind of nagging him there.
No, I wouldn't say I was because I didn't nag him. After we had that talk, I didn't say nothing else to him.
I know, but in the beginning, I'm saying that moment you asked him, right? Okay, this is the thing, right?
Y'all could be doing it, but not knowing it.
Yeah, you don't realize you're doing it.
Okay, well, my question is, was I nagging you?
It wasn't a nag, but I still felt rushed at the same time.
But in a way,
okay, like naggers are very like direct. Basically, it's in a way. I got nagged too. Mm-hmm. The moment it's almost like you know how females have like baby fever.
I had to realize I was doing
it. And they want a baby. Oh, I want a baby. I want a baby. And you're just like, yo, we cool. You know, everything cool. They get into like this mode where it's like, okay, it's time now for the next level, right? Yeah. And they give it and they tell you like it's time now to.
So how? Like, explain to me. How am I nagging when I? To me, I feel like. To me, nagging is constantly bringing up to me. So as a man, I'm asking you to tell me, like, what is the nagging? Because I don't feel like I was constantly bringing it up to him.
Let me ask you this. Did she come to you, was it things that changed?
It was like subtle little stuff. Like
be real.
Nah, she wasn't. I didn't feel like she was nagging. But
I don't think she was nagging either. Oh, okay. So.
It took a long time.
Okay.
It's been like an hour.
Okay. We good. Yo, we're good. We're good.
But nah, I ain't feel
like an hour.
I was like, yo, just for everybody out there listening. What though? You was out there listening. We was waiting on some food. Intern. We're sitting up here. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, I can't wait for him to get back.
I was ready to taste that spicy chicken.
Yeah.
That's like his third mark, ain't it? 30 seconds.
Yeah. I'm like,
first photo, second photo.
I said he should be here any moment now, and the night gonna be complete. What apparently
for all the listeners, please.
But apparently not.
Don't get high before you go to work.
Hey, make sure your phone charged too.
Yeah. In time.
Oh God.
Yeah, right. There's a lot going on. A lot of brain cells are missing in this whole equation, but we'll make it work. The thing is this, right? So I want to say this because I want to say this. I don't think you was nagging. Now that I know what nagging is, I think that's the word that it's kind of like. When you think about nag, you think about like, oh, you going to marry? And the next day, you haven't like, I don't think it's that. So I don't use that word, right? Mm-hmm. But you know when it's time. A female, she's going to start. You might not do it like up front, but it might be like little subtle things that you may do. He's paying attention. So he's like, nah, she like this is more than just a conversation.
No, I agree because when he told me, I didn't feel like I was pressuring him.
This is exactly how it was. Bro. When we had the conversation, I was like, hell no. Like I don't feel like.
So you had to work your way to that.
Yeah.
Work your way to that. Yeah. Okay.
And I knew I had to like. I knew she wanted to get married. I knew I wanted to get married too, but I knew I ain't want to rush it because I ain't never had nobody like put a time limit on it.
Well, you didn't have a time limit before, so it's
no, he did because I told him.
Yeah, she told me
from the jump.
I told him maybe about a couple of months after we met. So yeah, from the jump.
Your dad taught you well.
Keep going. This is what I want.
Because she at least knows the time. See, that's what I'm saying.
But I did. That's the crazy. I noticed the time because it's like I don't know how to explain it, but just know we almost broke up because of the time limit. I'm like, yo, I'm still young.
Y'all like a movie.
You feel me? I still like.
No, let me tell you how we almost broke up too. Because with that, when I met him, I told him, I'm going to school for nursing. And when I got the acceptance letter to the nursing program, I told him, I said, look, the nursing program is strenuous. Like, I'm not going to see you 4 or 5 times a week like how I already see you. I have to spend time studying. I have to go to class 3-4 days out the week. I have clinicals. I told him this because I've talked to other nursing students and they said their relationships broke because the woman was focused or the man was focused on getting their degree. And so I told him this. And when it happened, guess what happened? He was feeling left alone. He felt like I wasn't putting the time in on top of him thinking, not him thinking, but him knowing that I wanted to get married.
So you thinking like, you thinking like your mind spinning like, yo, she doing this purposely. Is it another suitor? You know what I'm saying?
It's basically like when you come from being single, you feel me? and you been with like when you single, you don't care. I'm put out there. When you single, you're a hoe. You feel me?
Okay.
You do everything
As a man.
Yeah, as a man.
I would hope so, not for women, but as a man, I can just.
Sorry, y'all.
It depends how you label it. You feel me? Like, but
Hey, can you?
napkin.
Can somebody get her napkin?
Yeah, please.
It's-
I'm sorry.
it's a,
That just took
it's
me.
a restaurant right there.
Bathroom shirt
And it's
ahead.
a kitchen.
I ain't remember lose thought.
I'm sorry, babe. That like
I got
don't
you.
know
I
why
got
that
you.
was
I
so
got
funny
you.
to me.
We that's what we got people.
Okay, I got you. But from having a female sleeping with you every day, you feel me?
That's what
Constantly.
he was missing.
Yes, that's what
He was missing that, and I wasn't the type of woman that's gonna sleep next to you every day,
I'm not the person that cuddled by itself.
and I'm not your wife.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Are y'all sleeping together every day now?
Yeah, because we married.
Okay.
I would hope so.
So hold on. So you're saying why you're not?
What are the benefits?
Hold on. So you're saying why you wasn't married, you wouldn't sleep next to him every day.
Right. I wasn't living with him, or I wasn't being there on a constant basis like I was living with him, because that was my standard. I'm not about to act like your wife, and I'm not your wife.
Right.
So our situation was different.
Yeah.
For me,
Different.
we was already living together. I was getting all the benefits. So I ain't gonna lie to
They
you.
still didn't want to marry me. What the fuck was wrong with me?
That really wasn't.
Girl, that's just
That really That really wasn't what it was, right?
I was like, this nigga ain't gonna marry me.
No, that really
Nigga still ain't gonna marry me.
that really wasn't what it was. I'm gonna tell you what it was, right? First off, I already had married her a long time ago.
In his head.
Right.
In his head.
don't mean nothing to a woman.
So look,
Listen.
I'm sitting here like, when we go get married? He like, what's wrong with this girl? We already married.
Yeah. We already.
I feel you though.
Like I'm already doing the husbandly duties, right? And I guess this what it was. I always been against the system, right? I'm a ride against the system, and I believe in people, humans, over computers and status.
What you mean? Like, explain to me what you mean.
What I
when
mean
you
is
say
this,
system.
right? What I mean is this. At the end of the day, I believe in spiritual marriage over a paper marriage. Even to this day, I believe in spiritual marriage over paper marriage. There's a lot of people that's married on paper that I can sit here and tell y'all spiritually married. You know what I'm saying? It's people like you said. Let's say for instance, you met a girl when we were talking about earlier. That's okay. She meet the criteria. You know, you didn't cut off this large group of other females, and you only playing with this. So now you're doing it on a calculation scale, right? I would probably say, nah, they not married for like on a spiritual level. They might can get there, but this is more like a systematic thing. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, this makes sense because she's making this much, he's making that much. So even though I talked to you about that, I'm actually not a fan of it, but I became a fan of it once I turned like 30. Then I became a fan of it because I understood, I guess something in the biological clock is like, okay, that particular type is a marriage. I'm talking about like the spiritual, are you love, and do you love this person? You know what I'm saying? Where the feelings at? That's cool.
This gonna let us know a lot right here, because this is deep. This is one of the main things I be thinking about, because we kind of had a situation. So I want to know from other married couples, what was y'all conversation the day before y'all got married?
The day before we got married.
There has to be an understanding.
Hold on.
Did y'all even have a conversation?
We talked, but I don't know if we like had a
There gotta be
deep
some kind of
conversation.
guidelines.
Now, let me tell you, before he proposed, for me, I know I laid out what I thought marriage was. Or I know I always talked about my parents or other married couples, you know, and learning from their, you know, experience. I know I don't want to, you know, have to go through that. Or, you know, just even little things, you know, like, you know, people coming over all the time and you married now, you know, like you're not a single person, so you can't you know, little stuff like that. Like, I know I talked to him about stuff like that because I wanted that understanding before we got there. Yeah, I had, yeah.
You did have the guidelines.
Because for me, we're different. Like, we're definitely different, but that's good for me because he bring out the younger side of me, or, you know, make me have like open, you know, an open mind to certain things, you know. But for me, I still had my guidelines. Like certain stuff, no, you know, I don't. As my husband, I want to make sure that you're going to protect me. I want to make sure that you're going to be the leader of the household. You know, I want to make sure that we agree on one of the first conversations that we had when our first date. Do you believe in God? Because I dated people who didn't believe in God.
You ain't never told me you had the type of conversation. I didn't know you was that intellectual. I got it. Hey, look, I'm sleeping on you. I'm sleeping on you. Okay.
Do you believe in God and are you saved? Because
so he came in with the. So you telling me while y'all was?
Didn't work.
So you telling me while y'all was at dinner, he came in with the Bible.
No,
he
I
laid
did.
that thing down. He said, "Are you delivered?"
No.
That's one thing. Yeah. Are you telling me he came in?
Oh, you devoted, huh?
Are you telling me that he had on a black turtleneck, but with that white stripe right there?
He was devoted, okay?
With a blazer on. He tried to cool it out. Nah, bro, we see you. Father, you are here. You know, so we get it.
Yeah.
I actually asked a question for him. I don't think Sean was really expecting all of that, honestly. But because I am older and because I have had those past experiences, I've dated some of everybody, you know, like different, not everybody, you know, like different mentalities, you know, and what they believe in and what they don't believe. Like I've done that. Sorry. Like I've done that, you know, as far as.
It's just a sound bite.
I know,
we might use it. We might use it, the title. So she's dated everybody.
I just realized something, though. You had a lot on your hands. Because she came in knowing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I ain't.
She had all the laws.
Hey, what I said earlier,
down.
I said her dad did a great job. That wasn't her. That was not her. That was her. That was her dad. Like, look, listen, I'm about to go ahead and let you know. But he was teaching you how to get married, like
exactly.
how to go about it.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what I said. Your dad did a good job.
You know. And your dad gave you that. That's that discipline. That's that you gotta have.
If you was with a single mama, I'm telling you, if you was with a single mother, you wouldn't have had that. And that's why I was saying it's different when you. I could tell the difference in the female.
Because when you with a single mother, it's more like she's in survival mode.
Right.
So she's teaching you nothing but survival. Like, you know, and that's the only thing she knows. She don't have a man there to say, hey, you know, you kind of jumping off the roof right now. Like
she's telling you the extreme measures.
You know
and
how
it ain't even that serious.
Your dad hears something from school. He be like, you come in the house. He's like, well, what happened? How did it happen? When did it happen? All right. And then the mama, you come in the house. What the hell you do?
Right.
Yeah.
And see, do I have to go to that school?
Yeah.
I'll put my hands on anybody. You don't know me. You be like, mama, chill.
Relax.
Yeah.
Nah, she knew I did it.
That's like my biggest thing. Relax.
Relax.
That's my biggest thing.
That's his favorite word.
All my kids know. They be like, relax. They know that's how I say it. I said it in a real relaxed
Our oldest
way.
daughter, she mimics him. So it's like when she do it, it's so funny because I just see him like
they come in, relax. Get it, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like I get it, and like I said before, if it wouldn't be for you know, God work in mysterious ways. But if it wouldn't be for just the love, like I said, we was already married. You know what I'm saying? In my eyes, she coming up, yeah, when we go do it? I'm like, we already did it. What's going on?
No.
I thought we already did it.
He don't tell everything. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I wasn't thinking about marriage at first. I grew up in a single mother home, so that wasn't something that was like totally on my mind. You know,
She just let me have it. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's not what happened.
Obviously, you just know what's going on.
I gave him the time to say.
She wasn't thinking about that shit.
Hold
bro.
on. Listen. You listening? Stop.
I'm messing around, but you know that ain't. You know you were thinking about it.
Listen, no, I wasn't. I was raised by a mother that tell you don't need no man there. You can do it by yourself.
Yeah.
So I wasn't thinking about that. Once I started having kids, he said, well, I got pregnant with my oldest one. He said, I'm going to marry you. You're my wife. So once you say that, Nigga, when you gonna marry me?
Spiritually. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about spiritually. Yeah.
I know people don't really like the systematic way, but honestly, yeah, spiritual way. I'm all with the spiritual.
I was
way.
young then too,
I feel
so
like when you pronounce husband and wife in front of God, that's the highest. Like that's me. However, I get it though. If you not nothing on paper, you.
Well, no. So you know what? Actually,
yeah.
Actually, what made me do it was she was like, this is what she got me, because I use different things. Mm-hmm. She got me like this. Oh, I want for my kids to have the same last name as me.
And that's true.
And then checkmate. Yep. She got me. You know what I'm saying? Yep. When you want to do it this weekend? You know what I'm saying? Set up the date. Because mentally I was already there.
You know why I asked the first conversation? Because I didn't go into it with like the standards that your father gave you. Mm-hmm. It was like, okay, I'm going to marry him. And the day before our marriage, he said, okay, he was looking nervous. I'm just like, what's wrong? You know, I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Not
He's like,
him.
yes.
Like Kofi?
He was, he was nervous. And then he was like, well.
Laugh at my pain.
He looked at me and he said, I can't promise that I will be faithful, but I could be with you forever. And at the time, I was young and naive. I'm just like, okay, babe, you know, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Would you tell? Look,
me now would have been like, nigga, what?
Right.
Hey, man, I said it.
I was so happy.
Look,
we was
bro.
about to get married tomorrow, but we're not now. We're not getting married.
At least he was honest.
Yeah, he was honest, but I was naive.
No,
Right.
we said it wrong.
Hold on, listen. He was honest, but I was naive, and I didn't understand what I was agreeing to.
Right.
I was agreeing to, I'm happy.
Right.
Someone wants to marry me, right?
Look, man, I make ironclad deals, yo. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is that he didn't know what he was agreeing to either.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You see, he think that he was making a deal that day.
It was. That's what life is about, deals.
The deal, exactly. It is about deals. And then when you shake the devil's hand.
Are you a devil? What the hell wrong with you? Get away from me. No, look, at the end of the
day. What I'm saying when I say the devil's hand is that when you don't have a structure, you don't have the discipline in the home. He didn't have the discipline in the home either. If he had a father, he would not be out there trying to marry me, having kids with me. He would have been at an early age. Yeah. He wouldn't have. He don't get it that he was fucked up too.
So,
you get what I'm saying?
So let me tell you this.
Was going through something.
So let me tell you this, right? So at the end of the day, what I'm saying is this. I keep it 100. You know what I'm saying?
That was a good cutoff. Look.
At the end of the day, look.
Smooth hell.
Look. What I'm saying is this.
I want y'all to know.
Well, I didn't make it this far. Being a dummy. Look.
Where you learn that from?
Yeah, right. So look, at the end of the day, though, I kept it 100. Right? I kept it 100. And I didn't know she was gonna bring it up because I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna bring it up. Because
I got your back.
Now you got my back. I want you to have my back, my front side. No, I won't go bring it up. But she is right. We had to she actually what kind of conversation.
Yeah.
But you kind of like had the layout. For me, it was like, okay, I could do this, right? Because I had to look into myself. I thought to myself like, can you do this? Can you do it the traditional way? And I was like, nah. I was young, so I was like, no, I'm not going to be.
How old were you?
I was like 23.
Man, I was 21.
And I was like, this is what I said to myself. Are you okay? Everything I checked off on. Can you do this? Check. Can you do that? Check. Okay.
Task oriented.
Can you?
Task oriented.
Right.
Men are task oriented.
Right. But the last box was, can you, are you going to be, this is how I said it to myself. Are you going to sleep with this same girl until you wrinkled in the bars? And I'm going to be 100 with you.
Yes.
It's not to, and I'll tell you nothing else. It's not to say that I was saying now like on some arrogancy, right? Because I think sometimes we look at it, being arrogant. It wasn't being arrogant. I really thought it. Just think about it. The night before you about to go do this, and I could have just not said nothing. right?
True.
Right.
So you got to think about it. Like to go do that, you could have just set off the whole marriage as it all.
But no, that's not true because at the end of the day, okay, women have access. We give access to sex. Mm-hmm. Then he says this all the time. So we give the access to sex, but men give the access to marriage. We don't give the access to that. You know what I'm saying? So in his mind, he probably thinking like, I can tell her this shit because I got control over her anyways. Like, we only get married if I say so.
Right. She already gave everything, you know right? So now it's time for me to give something. We control that. We control. Like if you think about it, women they always asking. So what are we?
It's time
right.
to pay up.
Because
it's time to pay up.
No. But look, real time, right?
I done gave you the cash.
So what am I? And you be like, dang, are you like, do you do this every time we about to have sex or something? Or, right? Like they know what they're doing.
Are you having sex with her as
they
a
know
friend,
what they're
or are
doing.
you really
so you never been asked what are we?
Nah, like when I'm talking to somebody, I explain what we are. We just friends. Like if you honest with them, they gonna understand. Even though they want more, but as long as you keep that in their head and keep that in your head too, like look, I don't want to go farther than this. You feel me?
But
you never had that conversation.
Some women they hear you, but they don't hear you.
Understand this?
Yeah.
Right? No. Not some.
They think they can change.
All women are like this, bro. There's a mark that this female gonna get to where she's gonna say it's time for a promotion. It's just like having a job, right? You go into you working, and then you say, you know what? The boss didn't come to you and say it's time for promotion.
Look.
You go to him and say, hey, I was thinking, I've been working here now.
But is that wrong?
I heard there's an
Exactly.
opening.
Time in there.
That ain't wrong.
So
It ain't
there's
wrong.
there is a mark.
I've been coming in early, cleaning shit I don't have to clean.
Cooking.
Cause they telling you.
That's right.
Hey.
Wife duties. Yeah.
Hey, look, bro.
You might as well put a
I always
ring on
had
it.
that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, I always had
See, this is what
Even
I
when she
feel
was
like.
thinking
This
about
is
it.
what I feel like. I feel like as men, y'all want something that y'all can't
I
provide.
was getting free
for.
bands, so I didn't know how to get that up.
Y'all, listen.
Explain
Let me
that.
say what I'm
Explain
saying.
that.
Y'all want something that y'all can't provide for.
What?
No, I get her.
That's what I said.
Hold on.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Listen.
Let me explain. You want.
They didn't took the table.
Hold on.
Okay, let's.
You want sex. You want sex from me with no commitment. You want. Listen, this is real.
And we know a lot of women out there doing it, but
Yeah, you better come with it now.
Yeah, you know a lot of women out
Don't
there
do
doing it, but you want the woman to do a lot of things.
You gonna bring the beast out now.
No. This is real. The reason why y'all got these women out here that ain't doing shit because y'all ain't doing shit.
What?
And listen. What I'm explaining. If y'all wife these women and actually take it on serious, and I'm not just saying some men like to wife more than one woman, but if you actually take on the responsibility of that woman, you never know what you could get out of her. It's that y'all be wanting to just like, oh, I'm just gonna fuck on her and I'm gonna leave her alone.
She had to have something.
Right, but
And
listen,
you have to
What
have
she
that
said,
okay.
okay.
She does not
What
just
she's
her.
saying
You
is
the
this,
man.
okay,
Both
okay.
people
How you gonna
have
protect
to
me
have
if you ain't got shit?
What she said, what she said.
What?
No. What she's saying is this. I get what she's saying to a degree. What she said, but we just playing by the rules now.
Right.
But look, this is the landscape that we play on. What she's saying, what she's saying is, okay. Remember, I was asking you earlier. You inside the mansion, whatever, right? Now you have a select group of females that you're going to look into a marriage with, but you're still inviting house full of women over that don't meet the criteria. In your mind, you've already made up.
You know what they are.
Yeah, you already made up. You know what they are in your mind, right?
Exactly.
So in actuality, to counteract what you're saying, no, we can do it.
You just don't want to.
Well, we just don't, and it could be selfish, right?
It is.
But we just don't want to do it necessarily for that particular female, and that's just how the cookie crumbles. Because guess what? On the flip side, think about how many men that y'all done sat on the phone with, they done gave time to you or whatever like that, and you knew in your brain that you was not dealing with this dude for real.
And I'm not saying,
but you accepted. Hold on, but you accepted
right.
the gifts, the dates, and all that stuff.
But that's real.
So you trying to get us to do that?
That's real, and that you were supposed to bring something up like that. See, this is what I explain to people. Hold on, I explain to people. You can't get no respect on your name until you ask for it. So if you're saying put some respect on my name, as a woman, all we're saying is put some respect on it. If you want sex, and I'm giving you sex, what are you bringing to the table for me as a woman?
Now
look, see, you say that, but I had a male friend, and I think what most women don't realize, and even though I'm a woman and I feel like I'm a pretty strong woman, I guess hearing a man say it, it's just like.
Yeah. You talk about what I said or him?
No, my friends, because I hear what you're saying, and our fault is that most women don't understand the power that they have.
Right.
So they allow things to happen because they think they can change a man's mind, or they think they can do this and that. Or I'm telling you, that's our fault.
Yeah.
We have to understand the power that we have. We have to understand we don't have to give a man shit. We ain't got to get him pussy. We ain't got to get him. We ain't got to do nothing.
I agree with
we
that.
have to demand the power, but most women don't understand that.
But
They
listen,
just be
when
like,
you
okay.
have
I'm
men
gonna
out
tell
there,
you why.
hold
But
on,
I'm gonna
listen.
tell you why
When
y'all can't demand it.
Why?
Because your counterpart, or rather your competition, and I always say this. I'm gonna say it again.
I want to say
I
most
said
women.
it before this, right? I said we're not your biggest enemy. Me and we just going along for the ride. We just like this. Okay. Hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish. Women are biggest competition. Y'all always say, man. Yo,
I agree. That's why I said most women.
But see, this is the thing. At the end of the day, what you gonna do? Another female would do. So guess what?
Hold on.
I agree with that.
That's true, and that's vice versa. And at the end of the day, if you're gonna go leave and be with her, have her.
Or at the end of the day, a man still want a woman. Don't like. Tell me if I'm wrong.
He think the grass
a
is
man
greener.
still want a woman that's gonna hold her own, that's gonna have some respect about herself. That's not gonna be doing the same thing that most women are doing. It's just unfortunate that women and I'm gonna talk about me, like me. It ain't we a dime in a dozen.
You gotta be a virgin for me to
so,
do. If you a virgin, I can look at it. I can see it. If you tell me, if I go to the doctor with you and they do we sitting down, the doctor looking at him, looking at it. Okay, she's still a virgin. Hey, guess what? And they said it in the Bible. Hold on, listen to this. Hold on, we got to go back to it, bro. At the end of the day, if she's a virgin and she been holding out, guess what? I can respect that.
Well, let me ask you a
question. But you ain't about to tell me
that I can't hold out on you because I had sex with somebody before you.
Hold on. No. You now about to tell me to do all of this.
Hold on. You just said something.
And you gave it up to poo-poo down the street. I'm sorry. It's not going down. I'm not that guy.
What's my saying?
Look, that heated her.
Sean always told me if I had sex with him on the first date, he wouldn't talk to me no further than that.
Nope. I mean, you hit on the first date.
It was a month.
But what I'm saying that we ain't talking about that. I'm talking about this. If you're going to really value your sex like that, see, I'm just saying, I'm willing to listen to it. I'm not saying I'm not willing to listen to it. But you gotta be a virgin.
And that's not fair though. That's not fair. Like you can't tell me that I gotta be a virgin in order for you to respect what I'm saying.
But you're setting the tone for the respect though.
Hold on.
So just because I'm not a virgin, I don't have any respect for myself.
No, you saying that I can't get no poom poom because I gotta do all this stuff?
It's just so happy that you came along in her life where she respects herself more, she values herself more. It's unfortunate that you can't understand that.
What it sounds like to me is that
what's going on here? I don't get it.
It sounds like, hold on. It sounds like what you're saying is that.
Gosh.
No. This is real talk. If that's the case, then you need to be a virgin.
No.
Yeah.
They're not the same for guys.
Nigga, we gonna rock
together. You don't want no virgin.
For life.
Nah, you don't want no virgin.
I don't want no virgin either.
Exactly.
I don't need it, but what I'm saying is, hold on.
Truth be told.
Shit, I might do. After this I'm like, all I'm saying is this.
She don't know how to ride.
No. But look, she gonna know how to ride for me. I'm gonna teach her.
Everything.
You don't want no better.
She gotta teach him. Like
it'll be worth in the long run. Who wanna work? You wanna work, bro?
This nigga said I'm finna go get a daughter.
Nah, you wildin'. At the end of the day, What I'm saying,
He's trying to teach motherfuckers that.
No,
No.
Like 18.
In the law.
It was him this whole time.
Look, max 19. Nah, for real though. No,
She was raised right though.
No. She's a child of God.
I'm telling you, her dad been that all her life. All her life.
And he gave me the
advocate.
Hey, look, he gave me the
swear to God.
the most precious gift. Hey, but look, real shit.
The whole time we all sit outside. Hold on, look. The whole time we all sit outside like he a pervert.
Look, all jokes aside though. All jokes aside. Realness, all jokes aside. Look. Look, all jokes aside.
This is what you said.
You look. You
He
ever seen?
said it. We did not make this shit up. He said it.
He went back
Okay?
to 18.
He done fucked
We were gone. I
up.
was for 18. He man came back. But look, at the end of the day,
y'all, I used to make this joke, right? I said, I can see you being old. The little girl's getting out the school bus. So I still got it.
hey, you sick.
Hey, this.
You sick, yo.
You sick.
Hey, she sick, yo.
18. This nigga
Hey,
sick.
look. She's sick.
Man,
Hey, at the end of the day, though, back in the day, you would have like a kingdom, right? They would say, look, I want to make this deal with you. Just think about this. I want to make this deal with you. Okay, cool. I'm going to say my first daughter for you. She's a virgin. Listen to what they used to say. Just
right,
like
they
think about it.
used to do that.
They used to be like, yo, she's a virgin. They never said, hey, I got this girl around the corner, bro. She got the best head. She the best one in our kingdom, bro.
That's your friends.
Nah, she look. She hit up all the soldiers, man. They say they got good ratings for her, bro, because it's deeper than sex.
You know
At
what?
the end,
You're right. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I can't say you're right. My family, we have this man, and he dated a woman. You know, they're well in their 30s, almost 40s. Dated a woman. They've been with each other intimately, you know, and they have a great relationship. But then he met a woman who is pure, meaning she's a virgin. Great woman. I'm sure they dated and got to know each other. She's sweet. I like her. But guess who she married? Guess who he married?
who?
The virgin. And one of the things that he told my mama, because y'all, my mama is one in a million. My mama had never been with another man except for my daddy. Now my daddy, he, you know, but he was her first everything. She never dated anybody because that's just how she grew up in the church. She was kind of groomed like that. You know, you don't give yourself to, you know, any type of man. So my mama is one in a million. And the first thing, he knew this about my mama and my daddy and, you know, their relationship. The first thing he said to my mama, like, he showed her the ring. My mom was like, oh, that's beautiful. And my mama thought he was going to marry the one who we knew that he was dating. And he was like, no, this ain't for her. And she was like, oh, who is for? And he said her name. And then he was like, and guess what? She a virgin.
Yeah.
That was like his most prized.
That's the most prized thing.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, the reason being is what I say is we come up in the culture where it's normalized, like, oh, you didn't well, that's okay, cool, that's cool, but that was before me, right? All right, but it's still something there. Like, you want her to be all into you, right? So I can get a virgin, and now she ain't got to be 18, bro. I can get a virgin
19.
to look at. But see, our mind is wired like that because we looking at it like a virgin. You can't be 19, 20 minutes. Our mind just wired like that. So when you can't be, you gotta be. You ain't 19 a virgin. Cause you ain't 20 no virgin. You know what I'm saying? Our mind is not wired like that.
It goes back
but
to
it's
that standard.
But it's other cultures where you go.
But listen. That's because of the standard that's placed. It goes back to what that guy was saying
in our
earlier.
culture. It's
But even by the man, like y'all know if y'all ain't hitting it, y'all ain't marrying that shit. Like, come on, let's be real.
No. I ain't get it till like a month after.
A month after what?
We got together.
No, I'm saying some of them be like, no. If you know what I'm saying,
I
like,
used to be like that. I don't know how she did it,
But see, my thing is this: you didn't get it because I ain't gonna say that. What I say is this: no,
please say it.
you already started. started.
No, please say it's an open table.
No. So
It's a
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna
podcast.
say
You
this.
gotta
And
say it.
it's a good thing.
It's a black table.
But it's a good thing because I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on.
But I'm like more
You ain't
hindsight.
get it for what?
I'm hindsight. When I met her, I used to have this rule like after 2 weeks, if I ain't hit it, get out my phone.
Oh God. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. That was my rule. And
mine
it was
too.
look, it was ironclad. No exceptions.
Mm-hmm.
But when I met her, I was like, you know what? I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? I was like you. But listen to what we're saying. I don't want it. I want to get a chance to woo.
Nah.
I want it, but look, hear me.
It wasn't like that for me.
But hear me out.
You
Though. Hear
wanted
me
it
out.
the whole time.
Mentally, hold on, but I want it, but mentally, get what I'm saying. That didn't override what you really wanted. You get what I'm saying?
Y'all,
Like,
don't let him flex to y'all. We was hunching.
He said
We
his
was
side.
hunching.
That's his side.
No. But
It was
look.
different on my side.
But why you break the rule though?
Why?
Why you break your rule?
Because it's the first time I ain't had to think about sex.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
I ain't had to think
Bro,
about sex.
you're saying it in different language. All I'm saying, we're saying the same thing. What I'm saying is this. You know, come on, bro. 2 week rule.
Yeah, I know. It's not even 2 weeks. It's 1
Okay.
week.
Nah, he ain't
Right. Okay.
lying.
You was
He
different.
ain't leaving
You was a
lying,
monster.
like-
You was nasty with it. Okay. For me, it was 2 weeks. I was generous. So what I'm saying.
That man said 2
Look.
weeks, nigga. That's too long.
Yeah. I was being a nice guy. I get
Second
it.
day, nigga.
I was being a nice guy.
Got the house ready.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Room clean, clothes.
Well, you know what? You know, I was always booked. So
And then
I
she come in, you be like, you fucking or not?
The thing was, I was always booked, so I had to like try to, maneuver people in. But the thing is this: ultimately, something override or overrid you thinking that way. So something was more important. You was like, yo, they might, I'm actually getting to know her. I'm actually getting to this. I actually like her, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The same thing happened for me.
You made mine sound like a sucker though.
No, I'm a sucker
told
too.
you at the beginning before
No,
I-
I'm saying I'm a sucker too. No, we both suckers. Let's just be. Hey, yo, you know what I'm saying? Pause, but let's just goddamn be. Let's just goddamn be. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is this: like, ultimately, it sounds similar. I don't want you to feel bad about it.
Nah, I don't feel bad about it.
Because at the end of the day, guess what? I'm one too. And there's probably a dude right now who's watching this like, yo, but I hit that on the second day. You waited. You waited that long. But guess why? You put it in your brain. Nothing against you, but you put it in your brain to value her. We value them. Mm-hmm. So you put it in your brain and say, you know what? I'm going to value you like this. Because if we didn't, okay, would you do that? Okay. A prostitute get in your car. Mm-hmm. You ain't.
I'm trying to go straight to work.
If she say, well, look, listen, I'm actually a nice girl. Mm-hmm. Get to know me. Mm-hmm. You're like, yo, give me my money back. You know what I'm saying?
That's not what I came to do. You feel
right. But what I'm saying is this, like, at the end of the day, you made a conscious decision at some point to say, you know what? I'm gonna let her break I'm gonna give her the, you know what I'm saying? I value you like this. Everybody else, they 1 week.
I feel like I gave every female that opportunity. Like, you feel me? Like, no.
Nah, I wouldn't say that.
Wait, no.
So like, you breaking them? You let any female break the 1 week rule?
Nah, no, whoa.
Yeah, you got that saying?
Oh, my bad. I'm on a whole different level.
Yeah, I'm saying you allow her to go beyond the 1 week rule.
No, I'm saying when the female ready, I'm ready. You feel me? So I'm gonna wait.
Nah, you're not grasping what I'm really saying. You're
saying,
not really
No. What he's saying, I can understand what he's saying. What he is saying is that the females he dealt with before her showed that they were ready.
They were ready. They want
it. It wasn't that he was just like, I'm about to go in for the kill. It was like they was like, come in for the kill.
So you ain't had no rule.
You know what I'm saying?
You ain't had no rule.
The girl that I was waiting for, she knew we weren't gonna have sex that first couple. You feel me?
How she know?
I don't know. Ask her.
Are you talking about me? Hold on.
I'm talking about any girl.
What made her different? No, what I'm trying to tell you is what made her different than the other girls.
Because I didn't have sex on the first night, the first week.
Did you try her?
Yeah, we tried. Come on now, we
Yeah.
bought.
He tried you? And so
What he
why
saying?
you keep
It
messing with
felt
her?
good, but I didn't want to go there.
Why you keep messing with her?
Because I didn't get it. You feel me? I didn't get it. If you get it easy, that means like it's
So
okay.
you- so you saying-
He basically saying he respect her. he respected her because.
But I just asked you if a prostitute.
No. Listen.
That's different.
No, that's different.
I came to see
So
her.
you gave her value.
He paying for this. That's different. That's not the same thing.
different.
Like, bitch, you know what I came here for.
Okay,
like,
what if she gave you? Okay, what she gave? What if she gave you?
Give me my money back.
What if she gave you the? Hey, look. So look, what if she gave you the twat, and then she was like,
He want to talk to me.
"Yo, I want to."
Yeah.
That's what he's always used to.
Yeah, he basically saying he's saying she respected herself.
But did you?
So he
but you?
respected her.
But you had some kind of value for her.
Yeah. But
That's what I'm saying. It had to be
saying
some kind of
I'm
mental.
saying if I didn't get it that first week, that means she a good girl. You feel me? If I get it second day, no, pass. Get it third day, pass. Somebody else got it that third day. Somebody else got it that fourth day. If she make you wait, it's worth it, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Cause you got to be thinking in your mind. If she gave it to me the second day,
Somebody else got it.
she gave it to a bro the first day.
Exactly. I know that's not. She
Nah,
for
I'm just
everybody.
fucking. Look, I just like look.
I'm real. Like it's a value. You feel me?
Okay. So and look, I was with and look.
One second. We're gonna have to go ahead and kind of go to break real quick.
Well, we all gonna go to break, but we was in the. Oh my god.
It was deep, but we gotta take
Yeah.
a break. We gotta take a break.
And we're gonna take a break. We're gonna get to our sponsors. We'll be right back.